Hi guys, it's Mr. Riz again. Hopefully your first section went alright and you kind of saw how the rest of the chapter is going to go. This is the 4.1b video, and this is where we're going to start using some arithmetic with these ancient number systems that we just talked about. So just remember, if you're having trouble with anything, you can go back, re-watch the videos, re-look at the PowerPoints, retake the quizzes, and just try to get a better idea of what's going on before you move on to the next section. But if you're all set, let's get this one going. So basically, when we're doing arithmetic, there are 3 steps you need to know, and it's really easy. First thing you do, you translate the numbers, find out what they mean. You're going to do the math, and then translate the answers. Now, there are reasons why these number systems aren't around anymore. It's because the arithmetic for these were really difficult to use. They just didn't work that well, so that's how we use our number system, because our number system worked a lot better with math. These ones didn't. So what we're going to do, we'll translate, do the math, and then translate the answer, just to make it easier on our part, instead of trying to go through the confusing way they had it before. So here's a problem with the Egyptian number system. You can see we have this times that. So we're going to have to do some multiplication. So let's go through the first step. Let's translate. We can see we got 2 humps here, so this is 20. And then we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 20 and 5. We got 25 times, alright, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 humps, so it makes 50, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So really this is just the problem of 25 times 57. So 25 times 57, you're allowed to use a calculator. That is 1,425. Alright, so now what we got, with that's our answer, that's how we know it, but if we wanted to figure out, tell the Egyptians, for some reason we are in a time machine, we need to tell them that. So we got to translate back. 1,000 is the first place, and you can see we only have one, so it's a lotus flower, so we're going to just draw one of those. Now I'm not going to mark off your grade if your drawing's as terrible as mine, so don't worry about them. Alright, next thing we got 400, so our 100 system is the scroll, so we got to draw 4 of those. 100, 200, 300, and 400. And then we got 20, actually we got 25, so if you kind of think, okay, we're going to do two humps, and then 5 of those, or if you look, there's 25 already, so we're going to just add that on. 20, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there is our answer. Okay, so you can see, like, doing any type of math with this was pretty confusing for them, especially with all these symbols. So they're actually they needed a better way to figure this out. All right, moving on then to the next problem. All right, so we have a Chinese number system problem. Now, if you guys want to pause any time during this and just try to figure out, go ahead, pause it. So I'll give you a second. Try to figure out, and if not, I'll just keep going. Okay. Alright, so here's how you solve this problem. First thing we need to do is translate it. And so if we look, this symbol here is a 4. Then we have this symbol here is 100. So remember, we multiply them together, so this is 400. And then left over that looks like a 8. So really this number is 408. And we have minus. Alright, move on to translating this. Okay, we got 5 and then a 10. So that makes 50. 5 tens is 50. And then we have a, let's see, that looks like a 6 all by itself. So really that is 56. So we're going to do 408 minus 56. And we can just use the calculator for that. And 408 minus 56 and the calculator tells us it's 352. So now we got to translate that back. So we have 300. So we're going to write a 3, then 100. So 3, and then 100, which is that thing. Wish these had names. At least the Egyptians did. Then we got 50. So we got to do 5 tens. So 50 is kind of that thing. And then we got to do 10. So 50. and then we have 2. I'll just fix that, and 2, which is just 2 9s. So you can see our answer, we have 300, 300, and 5 10s, 50, and 2. Moving on to the... Alright, now we got the Roman number system, so if you want to take a look, we got this plus that, so we're going to be adding them together. And so if you want to pause, try to solve this video. Down I'm going to go. Alright, so first thing we need to do is translate. So we're going to write these out. Okay, so we got 1,000, and then we got 100, 100, 100, and then we got a 1, and then we got a 10. So remember right there, we have, they're not in descending order. So we got the 1,000, then 100. That's fine, but we got this 1 before 10, so we got to subtract those. 1 before 10 is a 9. So really, this is 1,309. Okay, and then we're going to add whatever this is. So we'll translate this. So that's 100. And then 500, okay, whoops. We should know right away, 100 before 500, that's backwards, so really this is 400. And then we got X, which is 10, and L, which is 50. Whoops, there again. 10 before 50 is 40. And then we got 5. So now our number is going from highest to lowest. It's 445. Okay. So we're going to take that and plug that into a calculator to figure out what that is. So if we take 1,309 plus 445, we get the answer as 1,754, which is a pretty easy number to write. The only thing we got to be careful of is that 4 at the end. So 1,000 is M. Alright, 700, we can't just put 700s, so we got to break it up. We got to do a 500 first. So that's a D, and then 2 more hundreds, which is CC, so that's 700. And then we got 50, which is just L, and then 4, which we have to be careful. That's a 1 before a 5, so we got to do a 1, then a 5. So our answer would be MDCCLIV. So you guys can see in this section, it's really not that difficult. I'm not going to quiz you on any crazy math. All we're doing is multiplying, adding, and subtracting, and basically it's just making sure you can translate. So if you're having trouble with this, go back and look at section 4.1a. Make sure you understand how to translate first before you go through and start doing the arithmetic, because if you can't translate, it doesn't matter. You won't know what you're adding or subtracting. So make sure you do that first. Alright, if you're having any troubles, email me or try to see me when you can. You can always review the videos and retake the quizzes. So good luck on the next sections coming up.